Hey, it's Michael Saul, also known as Tiny, with the market video for the week of February 18th, 2013. Actually, the week of February 19th, because the 18th is President's Day. So I'm doing this on Sunday. Decided not to wait to see if anything happens on Monday, but who knows? Maybe I'll have to do an updated video if news or something happens on Monday and the futures make a big move on the shadow session, or when they open up again on Monday night for Tuesday. But let's take a look at the market here. Just continuing to grind higher. We didn't really do much last week. Basically, if you pull up the weekly chart here of the SPY, you can see we put in a narrow weekly candle here. We're continuing to move higher. I still believe that the 2007 highs are going to be tested, but we really have to start respecting this here. This is the right shoulder of the weekly head and shoulders pattern that you see here, and we're testing up right into it here. I mean, that has to be respected. You can't just say, nah, at this point they're just going to get the highs. That's what I'd like to think. But I'm not going to obviously just ignore support and resistance levels. I'm not going to let my opinions overrule it. But, I mean, this is a strong market. There's not big gobs of movement, but the grinding action, that's very strong. I mean, 2 days down, boom. 1 day down, boom. Kind of a 1 day down, not by much, boom. All right, but I mean, we're pretty stretched here. You could see that we've had the majority of this run this year has been over the 10-day moving average, and I mean, we did correct once here. It's the only close below the 10-day moving average all year. But now we have another 8 sessions above it, which means another push down will probably be one more buying opportunity, at least, right? That's the way I look at it. As I continue to look for buying opportunities until something changes here. But I mean, there's a lot of reasons, and I go over it in the newsletter, which will be posted, for why we should absolutely continue to be concerned. I've been saying this for a number of weeks now, and it is not the boy that cried wolf, or it shouldn't be interpreted as the bull that cried wolf. That's a Freudian slip. It should not be considered the boy that cried wolf scenario. Sorry, I never got bearish and said it's time to short, but I have been saying it's time to tighten up here. And quite frankly, when we get a market like this, despite it being strong and despite it continuing to grind and fight its way higher, it only takes one nasty day, and not even that nasty of a day, to wipe out a week, and if it's big enough, 2 weeks of upward movement on something like this index, the SPY. All right, so the volatility is at pretty low levels. You can see the VIX is down here at again at multi-year lows. Again, a lot of people think, well, that's a sell. Well, it's a bearish signal, but in and of itself, it's not a sell. The Russell continues to make highs. Got to a new high on Friday, but wound up tailing off a little bit. The Qs, boy, I tell you, I really thought they were going to break, pause, and go. Maybe they're still gonna. Maybe this is just a longer pause. But to me, it looks like we're just forming now another pause on the side of this pause. So we got to wait to see if it can get going. I still think the NASDAQ is going to make a move for these 2012 highs here. And like I've been saying, by the time it gets up to those 2012 highs, if it even does, it could be what's known as a work done scenario, where the S&P is at a new high, the Dow is at a new high, the Russell's at a new high. The NASDAQ got a long way to go to get to a new high, but maybe the NASDAQ tests the 2012 high, and then that's it. But for now, still want to see if we can continue higher, get some buying opportunities either on breakouts, or if there is a sharp 1 day pullback, 2 day pullback, looking for that for buying opportunities as well. So more in the newsletter, and Like I've said, the newsletter is coming to an end, so it is your last chance, kind of next couple of weeks, to check it out, see if it's something that is worthwhile for you to be reading every single day. Didn't have a great week last week. We had Lennar, which we're actually still in Lennar officially. We missed the stop out by 2 cents, but Lennar we got in here. It actually traded lower at first, but then got a nice push up. We got out half, and now we're at break even on the stop. So I mean, it's not a terrible trade, but it's just I thought it was gonna pop up, maybe pause, and then continue, and it still might. Maybe we saved it by the skin of our teeth with those 2 cents, and maybe it is gonna continue higher. But I mean, it'll still be locking in a profit. CVX, they had a dividend, so it's a little confusing here, but we wound up getting stopped out of this too at break even. And CTSX is underwater now. It's down, what is this? So if it closes, it's down 45 cents if it's underwater. If that's legitimate, it's underwater by 45 cents. So it's not really crushed, but it's not doing what I was expecting, we were expecting it to do. So maybe it's just basing here and it's going to get ready to go. We'll see. So we don't hide anything. The all the archives are on the site. You can look at the old trades. Missed a couple. RGR we didn't get in, and that one popped. And this RKT, the same thing. Ugh, it makes me sick to look at this. But we had this also, and this day kind of knocked us out. And we never got back in on there. We didn't knock out for a loser, but we knocked out. We didn't get an entry, so we canceled it there. And then that wound up being a pretty nice one. But we don't hide the performance. There's no reason to. If you're looking for 99%, or I'm surprised people aren't advertising 120% winners, right? But if you're looking for stuff like that, go elsewhere. Try not to lose all your money there. Save it for the next get-rich-quick scheme, because that's obviously all you're chasing. If you're looking for something that is a sound newsletter with worthwhile, actionable information that you can use every single trading day, even if you're not a day trader, okay? Even if you're not a day trader, you still want to go through, you still want to get a quick look what's going on. This is the thing for you. So check out the newsletter. You don't have to sign up, give us 16 credit cards and jump through hoops to cancel if you don't want it. Right now it is on trial, and we're getting ready to roll it out full steam ahead, and it's going to be very reasonably priced, and you'll hear more about that in probably the upcoming days. Anyway, have a great week this week. See if the bulls can continue to hold on strong here. Like I said, I'm looking to trade breakouts, a little bit more careful than lately, but I'm still watching breakouts, see if we get to those 2007 highs, and if not, I want to see if there's any sharp pullbacks, even for a day like we saw here. They're going to also be watched for potential buying ops as well. So questions, feel free to contact me, and I will speak to you in the daily email, via the newsletter, or in next week's video. Take care.